Well, we've come out to Cronkavody now to meet up with Stewart, a farmer here. And I've got to warn you now, there's distressing scenes in this video. And this is what it's all about. We are standing here, literally, possibly standing on a herd of cows, Stewart.
Yeah, 20 breeding and 20 heifers and a few adult cattle as well, like just buried alive and just died like. So.
I mean, we can see the head of one, and
yeah.
But literally we can see air holes, and you think they're literally just under here.
This is a bit of a gully here. They've just stood in trying to take shelter, and snow just blew in on top of them, and they've just dropped, and that's been the end, like, you know. But yeah.
Tell us about the day. I mean, I know you started off trying to move some of your animals.
Well, these ones we tried to move. They were on the road. They come over a snowdrift onto a road. There was one actually stuck in the snowdrift. These were on the road. We moved them into these fields to try and, you know, obviously to get shelter for them. They've ran down here. They've hit this fence, and you know, that's where they've stopped, and that's where they fell, like, and that's where they are now. Yeah, well, the one we took back in the snowdrift died as well, like, so, you know.
How many animals have you lost?
Roughly here, about 20, 25, 100, between 100 and 150 sheep so far. That's a rough estimate. We won't know until everything's melted.
Have you known conditions ever like this?
Never. I've been farming up here for 30 years, and we've never seen anything like this at all.
Now, you've had the minister out here this morning. Any comfort there?
He's given us a little bit of, well, I don't know what's the right word. You know, he said they're going to try and do a compensation package for us, but yeah, that's all well and good. It's in the future. It's the breeding stock. You can't find the stock again to go and replace them. Obviously, I'm not the only one in this boat. You know, everyone in the West is in the same situation. You know, so it's going to be a bit of comfort, but not. You know, it's the loss of them is devastating, to be perfectly honest.
I can see it's obviously really hit you hard. I mean, you've had a terrible year anyway with all the rain.
Well, it's come off a bad summer. You know, lack of food as well for them, and then winter as well, wet winter, spring. You expect, you know, weather to be getting better, and it's hit right on the lambing time. Cows are calving as well, right at this period, and that's the trouble when the sheep are in the drifts. They're heavy in lamb, and they're just giving up basically. And you'll go and see later sheep are lambing in the drifts, and obviously we can't get to them quick enough. So it is a disaster, like, basically. You know, like you rear these animals from birth, and to see them just dotted around like they are at the minute it's not. It's the last thing on earth, like, you know. And you know, doing this, I hope people just. I
was going to say, because I mean, farmers never want to talk about things like this. No. I know you've had to be pushed slightly to talk about it, and. You know, I think the public, they were really on your side this time.
Yeah, well, I hope so, and that's why I want to do it, to get public awareness of what's actually happened here. I know in Douglas and certain parts of the island, there's been no snow, and you know, they probably don't realise on what exactly has gone on. You know, the actual sort of devastation that has. This part of the island has got, like, you know.
It happens so fast.
Yeah, like I was trying to shift cattle on Friday afternoon, and you know, to go and try and shift sheep in that wind, it was the wind that was the killer. It's not so much the snow; it was that wind, and you couldn't drive stock in it. They just don't want to. They don't want to walk in that. Like, they just want to stand by a hedge. You know, it's and then you got to. It's that cold, you got to be concerned about your own safety then, or people that's helping you. So you're in a sort of catch-22 situation. You know, you don't know, and we got stock sort of, you know, in 2 or 3 farms around. You can't get to everywhere at the same time, like, you know. There's only so much you can do.
I mean, the shots on the road kind of give it, for the people passing through, can see the banks of snow.
Yeah.
But I mean, that cow might be standing up, for instance, and we're above it.
Yeah, that's a fully grown adult cow. Obviously there's that much snow. We don't know whether she's stood up or she's lying down or what. I think she's stood up, basically. Them ones, they've just done down, tried to get some shelter, done the best, but.